Alright, what's up guys? I'm just doing a quick video here, not to even show off the collection, but just so that I have some sort of a backup in case something would happen. Some people know, some people don't, but I did actually start collecting game systems here about, I'd say about 2 years ago. I have expanded the collection quite a bit. Most recent pickups here were, a couple Super NES Classic editions. We did start off here with just these two walls. I do have my full Nintendo collection over here. Everything from the original Nintendo, as you can see, all the way up to actually having two Nintendo Switches, as well as the mini SNES and the mini NES. Up top we do have all of the Amiibos. I'm missing quite a few of those yet. Up top here, gotta go old school with it a little bit, get my wife's candy out of here. We've got the Atari 2600. We also have an Atari 7800. I do need a power cord for that one. However, the lady that sold it to me didn't sell it to me with a power cord. Most recent pickup was a Sega Game Gear. I've got to go ahead and get some replacement parts for that. Screen needs to be replaced, as well as some caps. And then we start mainly my games for this cabinet here, which does start off with the PS1, which I have another one down there with the PS1 Mini. Also across, PS2, PS3, PS4. Next one down is my Xbox controllers, 360 controllers, and the Xbox One. Underneath that, we've got some of the Sega systems, the Genesis. We do have a Dreamcast, and then the Sega Genesis 2, Sega Saturn, and then the PS1. Up top, on top of that, we do have my first shelf. The PS Vita line is underneath. I'm missing the PSP Go. It's the only one I'm missing there. Couple PS Vita games. And then the next shelf up is PS3, PS4 games. Shelf above that is my PlayStation 1 games. Couple inboxed Amiibos, as well as an original Game Boy. Some PlayStation 2 games there. Above that one, we've got some inboxed Sega Genesis, as well as loose cartridges. And then Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, Sega Dreamcast games. Above that, we have some Xbox 360 games that go across pretty much the whole shelf, with some Xboxes in there. Up top, we have the Game Boy Advances. We have the original, and then we have an SP on each side of that. This is the 001. On that side there, I do have the SP 101 with some Xbox One games. Now, this 101 is a rare one. It's got a different type of screen on it. Just to verify that it is the 101. There is, let me flip it the right way. As you can see there, it is the AGS 101 with the tricolored light-up screen for it. Everything is run through HDMI switch boxes. There's one there for the AV and HDMIs. Same thing on this shelf up over here. That way, every system can be run. They are all hooked up to power supplies. So over on this side, I have all of those. Over on this side, I have them all for that shelf. And I did forget, but underneath here, I do have a couple Atari 2600 / 7800 games. I do also have, which I'll show in a little bit here, I do also have a Atari inbox still. And then somehow I missed it, but we do have a Virtual Boy up top as well. And then one down here, this is my daughter's go-to. But I do actually have, excuse my mess here underneath, it's got all my cords and all my controllers and whatnot. My daughter should have, and it is in here. This is, like I said, this is my daughter's go-to game system. But it is another 3DS. I can't get it out of the case here. But it is in one of the new Nintendo 3DS XLs for my daughter. We do have, of course, I kind of ran through them quick, but we do have the GameCube with the Game Boy player, red and white Wii's, Wii Mini, as well as the Wii U. Also with the Switches, I've got 4 extra Joy-Cons. I do have the Pro controller hanging around here someplace. Not able to see it right now. But the black, or the original gray Switch, as well as my wife's blue and pink Switch, or blue and red, depending on how you look at it. On this side over here, we come over to the other shelf. And this is my main Nintendo shelf. This is my main focus and my main collection here. All throughout the shelf, there are some little World of Nintendo figures hanging out, as well as the Pixel Pals that do light up. Let's see if I can get a good picture of that. You can kind of see it there. It does light up. My favorite one, however, is this block. Makes the ding noise as well as lights up for it. Bottom shelf, I have some of my Switch games down here on the bottom. And then some of the, I've got a 2DS. This is a DS Lite. Come over here to the brand new 2DS XL. And then we've got a 3DS or a 3DS, excuse me, just the original one in the purple. Behind the Luigi Pixel here, there's a couple Game Boy games as well as Game Boy Advance games. Next shelf up is, of course, Luigi there blocking all of my Nintendo 3DS as well as Nintendo 2DS games with a Super Mario 25th Anniversary 2DS. Or excuse me, this one is a DSi XL. Behind there, some DS games that I do not have cases for, so I gotta find some cases for those. Next shelf up, we've got all the Wii U games there with a both two little Mario characters, Wii U as well as Wii games, an original Nintendo DS, and then a Luigi 8-bit pixel there, 2 of those. Next shelf up, we've got some GameCube games, one of them there that I need a case for. A new 2DS, and that is the what they call the doorstop version. And then I have one of the light blue Nintendo DSi's. Just a couple Nintendo cartridges out here on display. I do have quite a few of those. Most of them are put away in my storage unit that I haven't made a chance to get down there to them yet. Next one up, I've got some Super Nintendo games there. And Joe and Mac is in there, complete in box. Big thing there is my Mega Yarn Yoshi for my Amiibos. Another DSi. A couple Nintendo, or excuse me, some Super 64s, excuse me, games there. Up top here we have another Super NES Classic. That one is complete in box along with the other 2. Carrying case for my NES Classic, as well as an NES Classic controller, as well as the Edge joystick. Both of those are complete in box, unopened. Down here on the bottom underneath all of our DVDs, I do have the Sonic Mania edition for my collection, as well as the Nintendo Powers for both the NES are here, Super Nintendo here, and these 2 are both the hardcovers. This one comes with the lithograph from GameStop, the Zelda Collector's Edition book for Breath of the Wild for the Switch, as well as a limited edition Zelda with art and artifacts from all the games. Strange thing with the Super Nintendo book, I don't know if mine is the only one that does this, but as I'm flipping through, everything is right side up until I get towards the back of the book. Once I get to the back of the book here, it is I assume a rarity in this book, but I get to the end, and then all of a sudden all of the pages are backwards as well as upside down. As you can tell right there, that is the right direction. You go to the next page. It is now upside down for the last 50 pages of the book. So I don't know if that is a rarity or not. Also in there is the Star Fox lithograph that came, like I said, from GameStop on that one. One last thing that I will show, like I said, just for collection purposes and whatnot. Excuse the mess in this cabinet. However, down on the bottom here, I do have 2 Atari Game Centers. This top one does have a Atari 2600 in it, brand new in case. Underneath, it is completely filled with Atari 2600 games, as well as the case underneath, if you can see through the plastic there, is completely filled as well with Atari 2600 games. I do have multiple controllers for every system I have, as well as at least 1 game, as you can see. And then up here in the corner, we actually have all of the different cases as well for the systems. The one thing that I do not have a spot for, due to the fact that I do not have cases for the games, is I do have, like I said, excuse my mess, I'll see if I can find it here. I do have a little case here with 10 original PSP games, to where the PSP and the Vita games are up there, besides the ones here in this case. Like I said, not trying to show off or anything, I'm just kind of documenting where I'm at as far as where I'm going. Try to update it as well as possibly revisit the video here in a couple months, see where I'm at, see if I've gotten some new systems, whatnot. If anyone's out there watching the video that you see something that you might be interested in, I'm not at this point actively selling anything. However, most people know everything has a price to it. Shoot me a PM or whatnot. I can talk, see what we can do. If it's something that absolutely I'm not getting rid of course, the answer is going to be no. But like I said, everything has a price. So hopefully see you guys or post another video here in a couple weeks to a month. Hopefully have some more equipment up here to play on. If not, I'm okay with that as well. So, all right, thanks for watching, and we'll catch with you guys later.